You know the ads, right? Sun-drenched decks, gorgeous ports of call, endless buffets. They sell us this absolute dream, a perfect floating resort that just whisks you around the world with zero stress. But what's the reality behind that picture-perfect vacation photo? Well, let's peel back the curtain and find out.
And hey, the cruise lines themselves really lean into this romantic idea. According to a survey by Royal Caribbean, a huge majority of couples actually feel more connected after a cruise. It's totally pitched as the ultimate couples getaway, where you're going to be stargazing, watching sunsets, and just reconnecting.
So it's settled then, a perfect, carefree, super romantic escape, right? Well, not so fast. As so many first-time cruisers find out, the reality can be a little more complicated. And you know where it usually starts? The final bill.
All right, first up, let's dive into the first big dose of reality for a lot of people, what you actually end up paying. Because that incredible sticker price you saw when you booked, that's really just the beginning of the story.
As one super experienced cruiser on Reddit put it, that amazing price you see in the ad is almost never the final price. The whole industry is kind of known for its upcharges and extra fees that can really catch you by surprise if you're not ready for them.
So let's break down what we're talking about here. First, you've got automatic gratuities for the staff. Then, there's pretty much every single drink that isn't tap water. So, soda, alcohol, even that fancy coffee. Then, you've got those really tempting specialty dining restaurants. And it doesn't stop there. You have to add in Wi-Fi, all your shore excursions, and, of course, the cost of just getting to the ship, like your flights and any pre-cruise hotels. Each one of these things adds up. Let's just focus on the one that trips up almost every first-timer, automatic gratuities. You are looking at an extra $16 to $20 per person every single day. That's automatically added to your bill. So for a couple on a 7-day cruise, that's over $200 right there, boom.
And then, oh boy, they're staying connected. Wi-Fi is not cheap. And as you can see, you will pay a lot more if you wait to buy it on the ship. For a full week, just one device can easily tack on another $150 to $190 to your bill. And for what it's worth, it's usually pretty slow. So it's slow, it's expensive, and that cost adds up fast.
Now, here's the really important takeaway. All these add-ons can create this weird kind of pressure. One writer, she bought an unlimited dining package, and she found that instead of feeling relaxed, she just felt totally burnt out. That little voice in your head telling you to get your money's worth can actually turn a vacation into a stressful checklist. So, okay, we've talked about the budget, but what's life actually like on one of these floating cities? The unfiltered, day-to-day reality of being on board can be pretty different from what you see in the brochure.
Yeah, here's a big dose of reality from an insider reporter. Crowds. I mean, think about it. Whether you're waiting in line to get off the ship at a port, or trying to find a seat at the buffet, or even just wanting a clear view of the ocean, you are sharing that space with thousands of other people.
You know what else surprises people? The temperature. I mean, you're packing for a Caribbean cruise, right? But reporters noted it can get really chilly. You've got the wind whipping across the outdoor decks, and then inside the ship, the air conditioning is often blasting. You can easily end up shivering in the restaurants or the theater if you didn't think to pack some layers.
And then there's the one thing everyone kind of worries about, seasickness. But, it's not always the dramatic, over-the-railing nausea you might be picturing. For a lot of first-timers, it's a much more subtle, creeping feeling of dizziness and vertigo. Just this constant off-balance sensation that your body might need a few days to get used to.
So all of this, it brings us to what might just be the single most important factor in whether or not you enjoy a cruise. And it's all about managing your own expectations. Honestly, it is the key that unlocks a great vacation.
I absolutely love this quote from a seasoned cruiser on Reddit because it just gets right to the heart of it. You can have two people on the exact same sailing have wildly different experiences. And why? It all comes down to the expectations they brought on board with them.
And this, right here, illustrates the point perfectly. The same person on Reddit offered this fantastic food analogy. If you walk into the main dining room expecting a 5-star Michelin-quality meal, you're probably going to be disappointed. But if you go in expecting something more like a really solid chain restaurant, like an Applebee's, you're probably going to be pretty happy. It is all about framing reality.
Okay, so knowing all of this, how can you make absolutely sure that your first cruise is a great one? Let's build your playbook. Let's get you ready to navigate your vacation like a seasoned pro.
So before you even set foot on that ship, I want you to do these 3 things. Number 1, research the real costs. Build a full budget that includes those gratuities, your drinks, Wi-Fi, the whole shebang. 2. Pack for comfort. That means layers for the cold, definitely comfortable shoes, and bring some seasickness remedies just in case. And 3. Please don't overschedule yourself, especially for the first couple of days. Give your body some time to adjust to life at sea.
Okay, and once you're on board, you're going to cruise like a pro. Use the ship's app for free messaging with your group. You don't need a Wi-Fi package for that part. Set a daily spending budget for yourself and check your account balance on the app or the TV to stay on track. And remember to just pace yourself with both the food and all the activities. You do not have to do it all on day one.
And if there is one single tip that could save you hundreds of dollars, it is this one. I'm serious. The second that ship leaves port, put your phone in airplane mode. If you don't, it can connect to something called the Cellular at Sea network, which can charge you $3 to $5 per minute for roaming. It is the easiest and by far the most expensive mistake a first-timer can make.
So, it turns out, cruising isn't just about the destination. It's about navigating the experience itself. The costs, the crowds, the whole pace of life at sea. But now, you have the playbook. The real question is, knowing the reality behind those glossy brochures, how would you plan your perfect cruise?